Check, check, check. Check, 1, 2, can you guys hear me?
No.
You can?
Oh man, it works.
Is that working? Yeah. Hey guys, Anthony with the Rad Company, and in today's video, we're washing a fire truck. All right guys, and welcome to a very exciting video where today we are in fact washing a fire truck. So joining me today is Dan from Alterra, and you guys are a dealer for HME.
Yeah, no, we recently became the dealer for Idaho, Eastern Oregon, and Washington.
Nice, man. So you were over on the East Coast, right?
Yep.
And you were thinking about coming out here to Idaho, around this area. And this thing, you happen to have this thing shipped here, and we were like, holy crap, a fire truck that we could wash, we could bring here on the Rad Company channel.
Absolutely.
And Dan, normally, right, when fire departments wash trucks of this size, right, they're probably facing a lot of different issues, right?
Yeah, so hard water is a really big thing.
Yep.
The windows get etched, all the chrome gets etched, and then it becomes really difficult to get out.
Definitely.
A lot of times they use scrub brushes. They go from the wheels to the body. That messes with the clear coat.
Yep.
So I know you guys have an exciting product that we're gonna show today.
Absolutely. But here's the one problem, right? This is a lot of work for just me. This is a lot of work for even just you and me, right? But we got to give you a break. You're able to bring this down here. So with that said, I got to find some extra help here at the Rad Company to be able to help me.
Dude,
so,
Anthony, this is a full-blown stainless steel construction truck.
Gabriel,
did you know that?
What are you doing up there? You're going to get hurt. Get down from there.
I'm literally just checking this out. This is so freaking rad.
Do you want to help me wash this truck?
Not really.
All right, so I got Gabriel joining me. Dan, we're gonna let you relax. Thank you for bringing this here.
Thanks,
you'll
guys.
Probably chime in when we want to know how to use the button switches and everything else about this truck.
Absolutely.
Because you pretty much know everything. So with that said, we'll meet you on the other side of this truck so we can start on the wash. All right, so like any good detail, we're gonna start off with some wheel cleaning. Now, why would we clean the wheels before jumping into this beautiful paint? Well, first and foremost, look at the size of these wheels and tires. Holy crap. We don't want to let these sit with water on them while we're knocking everything else out. We just want to get these clean, and that way we can move on. Because otherwise what's going to happen is we save these for last, we're going to get overspray, we're going to get water on the clean paint. We don't want to have to do that. This is the best way to start. So for this, we have some Detail Factory brushes and Fire Engine Red, which just happen to make sense. So those are going to go into our wheel bucket. And then I also have some Pearl shampoo here that I'm also gonna put into my wheel bucket, as well as just some extra lubrication. Now, I have my pressure washer here that is ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and froth this up. Ooh, that's nice. And the wheel and tire itself, right? So looking at this, these wheels, again, are massive. The lug nuts on here are literally the size, they're just really big. The tires, also pretty massive as well, right? That thing is rock freaking solid. For here, what we're gonna do is just start off with a standard rinse, right? Tires over here will be treated with a tire cleaner. I'm gonna go ahead and start by treating those right now. So again, the tire cleaner, I'm going to do some light agitation. I'm not really going to try to scrub these things because it looks like right now the tires are in good shape. They're not overly brown. I don't need to dig into that. Perfect. While that's dwelling here, take my IK sprayer, make sure it's pumped up, and I have ADS wheel cleaner diluted in an IK foam sprayer. The reason I'm probably going to use foam rather than just spraying on a wheel cleaner is that I'm going to get more dwell time, and I'm also going to get a little bit more lubrication for when I actually start agitating it with the wheel face brush. All right, so tires are either extremely clean or they have some type of dressing on there that is obviously deflecting the tire cleaner, because look at this. I'm not really seeing any browning. Again, this truck is brand new. But what it looks like is that the release agents from the mold on the tire itself, because this tire is still so new, is actually still beating off the tire cleaner, meaning that the tire is clean. Doesn't really need much. So with that said here, I will actually use my fender well brush for this and just go through Give the tires just a quick little scrub. They don't need much. Flick it right in your mouth, right? That's how you want to start this. Just kidding, don't do that. Keep your mouth closed. Do not mouth breathe while you're cleaning wheels. Oh yeah. That is looking much better. Weirdly enough, that's a massive wheel and tire, but for some reason, that went actually faster than me cleaning my own wheels and tires. Probably because there's really no barrels to get through here, but you know what? I'm gonna take that as a win and rinse this off. There we go. And one thing I want to point out too, right? We are using deionized water, right, for this whole process. So meaning that we have 0 parts per million on our current water coming in to the gun. So any water that we get on the paint, I'm not worried about it spotting. Any water that's left on the wheels while we're making our way to the other wheels, I'm not worried about it spotting. And so that makes a massive difference, especially if you're working out in the sun or during warmer weather. But again, it's kind of freezing out right now, so it'll be fine regardless. All right, so we are ready and equipped to do this detail. Now, with a fire truck of this size, right, obviously, I'm not the tallest person in the world, and Gabe definitely isn't either. So for this, we have grabbed ourselves some Mitt on a Stick Pro Pluses. These are going to be the bread and butter of this detail, along, of course, with properly using some detailing chemicals for the job, right? So we have some tools down here. We have brushes, we have towels, we have a variety of kind of different things to get into cracks and crevices, but for the most part, a lot of the heavy lifting is going to be done by these guys right here. So in front of me, we have a couple different foam cannons. We are gonna be foaming the fire truck. We have Frostbite as going through with our first initial kind of touchless wash, and then we'll be following up with Pearl as our main contact wash product. And then we have some Cyclone 10X mitts, some other chemicals over here, and then we have some buckets that are steaming hot because Gabriel, what's the temperature out right now?
I don't know. It's cold, which is why I'm helping you, because I don't want you to feel hosed.
So Gabe gets 5 dad jokes in this video, and he's already used one of them. So to recap, a quick plan: clean the fire truck. We're gonna polish the front windshield. It's got some water spots on it, so we're gonna use Clarity Cream, and then we are gonna address the tires, and this thing should look pretty good. So how about we just do what we do best and just wash this?
I like that.
For this here, we're gonna knock out this side of the cab before working our way down to some of the more intricate areas here. That way we don't have any foam that's drying on the surface. And so, with a fire truck, what's the cool thing about this is that you can actually approach this in like a touchless wash situation to be able to probably lift a lot of that grime and dirt initially before starting with your initial pressure wash. So for this, what I'll do is I'm actually going to swap out my nozzle here for a foam cannon with some Frostbite in here. So Frostbite's from PNS. This is going to be a great exterior foaming soap that's going to have a little bit higher pH to be able to start kind of biting into that dirt, and then we can rinse it and hopefully have a slightly cleaner panel before jumping into a contact wash. So I'm going to foam this on dry in the shade here onto this side of the cab. So some of those northwest winds are starting to take over, right? And we might be blown away, but hopefully you'll be blown away with this video. So you should probably subscribe down below because we're having a ton of fun, and we're about to have even more fun in a little bit because it's gonna get really wet. All right, so for the wash itself, right, we're gonna be using Pearl Auto Shampoo, pH balance, it's got a good dwell time, and you can use quite a bit of it, right, if you like using a lot of soap. So for this, we're gonna foam on pretty much the entire side of the vehicle, just again, with more soap, and then that lubrication is gonna help with our Mitt on a Stick. So really, we don't have to do a whole lot of dunking back into the bucket, right? The less dunking we have to do, the more time we have with it on the surface, the cleaner this will be at a faster rate. So foaming this on again here.
There's soap on my lens. No, don't do that. What are you doing, Gabe?
It's clean.
Yeah, but it's a wash mitt.
So, this is the best thing ever. You need this. If you have a truck
Or
an
you're short.
SUV, you're short, or you just they gave
Hey Matt, I f***ed you up. Huh?
yeah.
Fucked up his rhythm.
Man.
So, you have the 4-pole, I have the 3-pole. It's not about the size,
It's about how you use it.
it's about how you use it, Gabriel. He's on it, and we are ready to do this, man.
Oh,
Bam! Oh my gosh, it is
satisfying.
satisfying and so much better than getting up on a ladder with wash mitts.
I've been foaming to use this, you know what I'm saying?
You've been foaming to use this?
Yeah.
It's his dad joke. Couple
That was
more
a pretty
here.
terrible one. I'll say
number
that
2.
one.
That was number 2. It was a pretty
Well,
bad one.
You know what? Look at this.
Look
Although,
at that. You can reach that. Well, are you going to be able to dry that, Gabe?
no, but it's gonna get wet.
Yeah, that's true.
This is great.
So, if it's cold out, like which it is right now, people may not know that, it's freaking freezing. I don't want to dunk my hand into a bucket of water. My hand's already cold. I don't want it to be colder. Check this out. Take this. Take this. It's freaking magic. Come here. I am now washing this without having to touch anything. And what's also cool, I can lock my head on here where I can just turn this to where the head locks into place and it won't move on me.
Anthony, I think to show people how cold it is, you need to show them your hands.
Oh yeah, he's not wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna get roasted.
Hands are pink. Gotta warm them up here. Maybe some gloves would help, right? But what I'm saying though is they would be almost purple if I wasn't using this because again, I am not touching the mitt. The reason why my hands are cold is because they're getting wet. This is going to prevent them from getting wet. This is rubberized. Gabriel, I think we're done.
I think we are. I think we can rinse.
So we can rinse now. I'm gonna have you be the
Bucket holder.
bucket holder.
I'm just your assistant. That's all I'm doing.
All right, and here we go, the rinse. All right, so it's finished rinsing this section. One of the biggest things I noticed is that this thing has barely any water behavior. It's actually quite flat when rinsing it. Now, it's a new vehicle, so there's a little bit of something, but there's not as much as we probably need. Now, the protection portion of this video really could start right now, or it could stay at the end, right? But what I want to point out here is that when you're doing a vehicle of this size, and you have soap on your glasses still from the kickback here, but one cool thing that we can do now after we've rinsed everything, and while water is still on the surface, is we can apply a spray-on rinse-off protection like beads from Armor Detail Supply. You could also do like a foam cannon protectant that's going to be the same thing as well for the kind of the finishing touch. But I want to show you what the effect of beads would be here on this rig. So starting from the top, I'm going to get a couple good sprays. Bam, bam, bam. Get on the glass. So we sprayed some beads here. I can already see it working. This is gonna be amazing. And if I was working at a fire department and I was detailing trucks all the time and I wanted to make my life easier when drying, I would be using a product probably like that. So check this out. Oh yeah, way better. All right, so if you own a fire truck, you're probably wondering, well, what's the longevity of this type of water behavior? Well, truthfully, you might be able to get maybe a month to 2 months out of it. Ideally, you have good water behavior, you have reduced contamination, the less likelihood you have to clay it, polish it, all that is pretty much what you're looking for. And yeah, if you're doing a vehicle this big, it just makes a big difference when it comes to drying, right? You can ego blow dry half of this panel, dry the rest of it, and if you want to, you can still continue to add protection, like a spray sealant or a quick detail or whatever you choose to do. But when it comes to a vehicle this big, there's nothing I would hate more than having a flat panel holding a ton of water that is just not moving anywhere versus this. All right, so now that you know the process, we have more work to do. So I am going to grab the crew and we are going to continue on with getting this thing cleaned up, protected just like this, and then hopefully drying this thing, dressing this thing, and sending it on its way to fight its first fire. Let's do it.
Dude, the mint on stick's so badass. All I need is you showing this is in that. That's
Okay, ready?
Yeah, but you don't have to talk. Okay, okay. All right, a little bit less like.
That's funny.
Jeff, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely.
What are some highlight features about the truck?
All right, so this is an HME Type 1 structural pumper. It is a 1,500 gallon per minute Type 1 fire engine. This is what you would actually see rolling onto a scene, whether it be a car fire or a house fire. You're capable of deploying from either the front, rear, or either side. It actually is equipped with the SAM system, so it can be operated with as little as one person. So if a single firefighter from a small department gets deployed to a fire, they can actually apply water onto a fire with about 1 minute of arrival, which is totally unique and considered a force multiplier in the industry. It is unique to HME products. Only SAM system is integrated with Hale, Hale being one of the best quality fire pumps out there on the market.
Wow. So that's a lot. How much of that I am going to retain, I'm not sure.
All right. Walk out. Go. Go. Just talk. Talk.
What?
Anthony, just talk.
3, 2.
Hold on, we'll restart it. Hold
Okay,
on.
sorry.
One more.
All right, so it has been a long day of washing and, well, we've been using quite a bit of water here. And so if you like what you see and you want to see more of this content, now's a good time to subscribe. Also, for all the first responders out there, we also have a discount for you at theradcompany.com. Woo! All right, so we just finished up with the wash and the whole drying portion, and you know what? That actually went really smoothly, especially when you have 3 people and you're using the right products, the right tools, and the right techniques. This, yeah, I'd probably do this again. So when you say, hey, we're washing a fire truck, it's more like, hey, we're washing a fire truck. So at this point, the paint is protected, it's glossy, it's looking good. We have some touch up on the windows that we need to do, so we'll probably go through and polish those out, get the glass really nice and crisp, a little bit of clarity cream. And other than that, we just need the cherry on top for the tires themselves. And so for this, we're gonna be using dynamic dressing, which is an awesome dressing that's gonna be very durable and it's going to last quite some time here. So the wheels are clean, they are dry, but we'll go ahead and take our dynamic dressing and then apply this, and then anything that kind of drips into that wheel, we can touch it up. But what I like about dynamic is that we can actually let this sit, let this dwell, and then really kind of let it set into the tire, and then just come back through with a towel and knock it down. So starting here, we'll start at our 12 o'clock position and just go counterclockwise all the way around. And yeah, now we just literally just let it bake for just a little bit of time. Then we'll come back through with a towel and knock it down, clean up the wheel face one more time. And put a cap on this thing. All right, guys, so that is going to be a wrap. We did it. We actually cleaned a fire truck.
We did.
Yeah, why are you saying we as in like we didn't do this together?
I don't know. I mean, you did a really good job explaining at the beginning of the video, but somewhere in between,
What happened?
I couldn't find you.
Yeah, I had to eat some lunch. I was hungry.
Okay. So yeah, we did clean this fire truck. At the end of the day, it's clean.
It's clean. Washing it and cleaning it was surprisingly more fun than we thought it was going to be.
It really was. We really set it in full lateral motion.
What is that? What's that even mean? Why did you say that and do
Like
that?
lateral, like football. Lateral motion.
like a ladder? Are you making like a pun?
Yeah, that's essentially what I was doing.
Was that your 5th dad joke?
No, it was actually number 2.
Number
No,
3.
I mean,
It's 3. Okay, so we're not kicking them off the show
3.
yet.
So we're still
Gotcha.
good. So maybe I'll see you guys on a future video. I don't know.
But anyways, that is going to be a wrap for us today. If you guys love the truck and are interested in learning more about Alterra and what they can do to possibly hook you up with one of these rigs, you can check them out on Instagram with the link down below. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, please make sure to give us a big thumbs up, subscribe down below for more, and stay tuned for more videos right here at The Rag Company. Thanks for watching.
See you guys.